Hello, Roseanne here again. So I am back on another marriage video, and this is your queen of inspiration. And so, as I inspire you today, I want to inspire you not just to be inspired in business, in life, but in every aspect of life, or relationships, or body, or mind, or emotional and spiritual well-being. And so I continue on this video and um, more marriage tips. Okay, so right now we're going to speak about unselfishness, camaraderie, and self-love. Okay, in order for there to be a healthy marriage, there must be these three aspects: unselfishness, camaraderie, and self love. Okay, so first let's talk about unselfishness. What it means to be unselfish is that it means that you are kind, right? Selfish means that you're mean and everything is all about you and just what you want. If you are going to be in a marriage and that marriage is going to be healthy and last for long, then you cannot be selfish. You have to be unselfish. Okay? And by being unselfish, that means that you put the needs of your partner first. This is not saying that you are not important. It is saying that you realize that this relationship is not just about you alone. You're no longer a young man or a young woman, or a man or a woman who is living on your own. You are now legally tied to someone else, and as a result, you now become responsible for that person. As a matter of fact, the vows say, in sickness and in health, right? Richer or poorer, for richer or poorer, until death do us part. So it means that you are responsible for the well-being, the physical, emotional, um, and spiritual well-being of that partner. All right. So the key to this is knowing that okay, this relationship is not about me. I cannot come home and decide that I am only going to cook fish and my husband does not eat fish. Right? If I am cooking for our family and my husband is not a lover of fish, why am I cooking fish only? So what about him? Doesn't he need to eat too? Right? This is the key that we need to recognize, that whatever it is that we're doing, I must put the needs of my partner first. Men, if you're home from work, don't just come home. If your wife is a housewife, don't just come home and expect that everything in the house will be perfect, especially if you have children. If the both of you are alone, then that is possible, right? Because I know that I'm a person that love everything neat and tidy. But once my children came, then that was the end of the story, because you tidy up a place and the children are just being children and they will mess it up. And so when you come home from work, find out from your wife how was her day, because you'll be surprised to know that the work that she does in a day is much more stressing and pressuring and tolling on the body than your work day was. Because dealing with children is not an easy task. As a woman, I can tell you it is a very difficult task. And so when you come home to your wife, find out if there is anything that you need to do that you can help her, right? And be unselfish. Don't just come home and lie down in the bed and demand your food and don't do nothing. Come home and do something for her. And so both partners need to recognize that this relationship is not just about you. If it is supposed to be only about you, and you only spread your half of the bed, you only clean your half of the bedroom, you only cook what you like and you don't cook what your partner likes, then it would might as well you stayed single. What was the sense of having a relationship with somebody? Might as well you be single, right? So if you're gonna be selfish, then marriage is not for you. And if it is that you're married and you're being selfish, then I will say to you, you need to change that. No, when I say no, I mean like ASAP, like yesterday, right? Because no marriage will succeed with unselfishness. And my second tip is camaraderie. You must have a common denominating factor in stuff that you like to do. Camaraderie speaks to the fact that we have a synergy, a gel, um, a way about us that we both can relate to, right? You can't be married and you are somebody that has a sense of humor and your partner doesn't have any sense of humor. Because the person who has a sense of humor is going to feel like a sore thumb sticking out, like a fish in the middle of the deep blue sea, right? I shouldn't say a fish, like a human in the middle of the deep blue sea, because fish is accustomed to the sea. And so think about that for a minute, right? You like hiking and your partner likes swimming. There will be some dislikes, but there needs to be at least, let's say, three common likes that you have, common hobbies that you have, common things to do that you have. Because if you don't have this, then the synergy that it takes to have a relationship work will not be there, right? For me, I am a person that has a sense of humor. When I first saw my husband, that was the thing that drew me to him first. The fact that he had such a sense of humor, because I am a person with a sense of humor. I'm into drama and stuff, and I'm always giving people jokes. And so it is important to me that my partner has a sense of humor, because if you want to understand me, then you have to understand what makes me tick. And so if we don't have camaraderie in an area, we're gonna have a problem. I know of a relationship right now where the marriage only has one common factor, and that factor was music. Now there came a time in the couple's life when there was no music, and then the couple now is having issues because they can't relate to each other on any ground at all, because the music is no longer there, and that was the common factor in the marriage. And so what needs to be the common factor? You need to have at least, I think I said five earlier, but let me say three common factors minimum, no less than three, right? One of the other things that myself and my husband like together is music. He's a drummer, I play the piano and I sing, I play the keyboard. I used to be a member of a band. No, what common factors are there? And if they are not there, then you need to find them. Because these common factors don't have to be anything romantic. It can just be something simple. Music is not necessarily romantic, it's just that we both like music. We both love comedy, right? We both love that drama and acting and making people happy, right? So find a com- common factor to ensure that camaraderie exists between you. And if you're somebody who is not yet married and who is looking for a partner, ensure that when you look for a partner, you have common factors of basic likes that exist between the both of you. And the last one that I would like to talk about is self love, right? You must love yourself first before you can love me. Because if you don't know how to appreciate who you are, if I start having issues, personal issues, and I start getting depressed because of some situations, say for example, a loved one of mine died, or I started a business venture and it was not successful, or um, something happened that was disappointing with one of my friends or business associates, or if I was planning an event and it didn't go the way I planned, something happened to cause me to be blue, to be under the weather, right? um what would you do then? Because at this time when I am down and under the weather, you are not going to get a good vibe from me, because I am emotionally depressed, I am feeling down, I am sad. And so when somebody is sad, it is only negative emotions that are coming off. Now if you come home or come to be with me and I am giving you negative energy, and you don't love yourself, then you're gonna start thinking that, you know what, she don't like me anymore, she don't want me anymore. And it is not that your partner don't want you anymore. It is just that your partner is having an issue right now. And so you need to be comfortable in your own skin, that you can find your own happiness. There will be times when your partner will be going through struggles emotionally and mentally. Sometimes each partner is going through struggles, and they're not able at that point in time to share it with the other partner. It is key and it is important that each person loves their self so that they will be remain comfortable even when the partner is in a situation where they are not able to love them, because we have to be real. It's not every day that you're going to feel lovey-dovey. It's not every day that you're going to, want to show good times. There are times when you're going to go through some winter seasons in your marriage, some cold seasons, sometimes when things are really difficult and you're really down and under the weather. And so your partner should be strong enough to should love themselves so that they will be able to love you regardless of what the problem is. Right? So because I love myself, I am able to love my husband throughout whatever he goes through, right? Because there are days when he is down and he doesn't have any personal vendetta against me, but at the point in time when he's down, he just can't talk to me. Sometimes I'm down, and at the point in time, I just don't want to talk to him. I don't want to talk to anybody for that matter. I just want to be by myself, right? Now, everybody might not be like that, but life happens, things happen, seasons change, and they come and they go, and so none of us will know what tomorrow or what the next minute, second, or hour will bring. And so we must love ourselves. And when you love yourself, you are also able to appreciate other persons more. Loving yourself means that you are confident in who it is that you are, right? You know how to make yourself happy. And this is another thing, you don't want to be dependent on the other partner to make you happy. You know how to make yourself happy. So the key is make yourself happy. Love yourself first. When you love yourself first, you know what you like and what you don't like, right? And that way you're able to also communicate to somebody else what it is that you like and what you don't like. So, as I leave this with you today, I lovingly hope that you will apply these tips to your marriage and also share this video with other persons who you know are married as well, so that it may be able to help them in their married lives. So, today, make sure that in your marriage exists unselfishness, camaraderie, and self love. Cheers to a well balanced lifestyle.